Okay, this live rolling. Listen to this. A killer was what he was, evil. A creature born in the dark, destined to live and hunt and hide there forever. Well, why not kill then? Why not fulfill his nature? Since he could not change it, he might as well revel in it. He would unleash his darkness upon this town that hated him, that hunted him even now. But first he was thirsty. His veins burned like a network of dry hot wires. He needed to feed soon. He needed to feed now. Okay, that's an excerpt from the Vampire Diaries by L.J. Smith. And I just finished reading the fourth book in that series. And you know what it means when you see me sipping on a Venom. It means somebody's about to catch it. Forget about haterade. Venom is all you need to sharpen your criticisms and hate on people the right way. As I was going through these books, I couldn't help but be struck by the similarities between Vampire Diaries and the Twilight Saga by Stephenie Meyers. Twilight, New Moon, Eclipse, Breaking Dawn, and this is Stephenie Meyers' first adult novel, The Host. Both of them deal with dramas, vampire dramas. Both of them are vampire dramas with teenage vampires in high school and a love story. And then in the fourth installment of Vampire Diaries, she introduces a family that's been living in the community for years. It turns out that they are werewolves, which is very, very similar to New Moon, okay, where the American Indians, a certain number of them turn into werewolves also. So, that raises the question, which came first, L.J. Smith or Stephenie Meyers? Stephenie Meyers is a lot more popular. Both books are good. I would say that L.J. Smith is probably a little bit better when it comes to dramatic writing. So I did some research and I found out that L.J. Smith's book was actually published many, many years before Stephenie Meyers' book. And that's weird because Stephenie Meyers, I saw her on Oprah about a month ago, and she said that the one genre that she never did any reading in was vampire novels. So the one genre that she decided to write in was the one genre that she had never read before in her life. Okay, she was an English major in college, so probably someone who reads a lot of books. Despite that, she's claiming that she never read Bram Stoker's Dracula, she never read any of the vampire novels by Anne Rice that have sold millions and millions of copies, and she never read the Vampire Diaries by L.J. Smith. The book that hers, is remarkably similar to. She claimed on the Oprah show that her plot line was revealed to her in a dream. And that's how she got the idea for writing Twilight. Okay. Now, I'm not buying that story at all. There's way, way, way too many similarities between the two plots. And it's just hard to believe. It's just hard to believe that she had not read L.J. Smith first. And this pie in the sky story she told about, buying dreams, it's just so far-fetched. It really, stretches the imagination. And I don't see what would have been wrong if she was influenced by L.J. Smith to come out publicly and say that, I read the works of L.J. Smith. I was influenced by those, and so I took some of her elements and I, ran with it and made it my own. Certainly her books, the original works from the standpoint that, the plots are different. It's not like she really copied the plot line. And that way she would have been given credit to those that came before her that in many ways, paved the way for her to make all the millions and millions, that she has made. So if you get a chance, you can read the two series again. They're both, good if you like vampire novels, which I obviously do. Supposedly, it's interesting that both of them are pegged as teen novels. Like Vampire Diaries, the imprint is Harper Teen. And I think they put them in the teen genre just because the main characters are teenagers, but which is weird because this is actually written on an adult level. And Stephenie Meyers is more of a teen writer in terms of the simplicity of her writing. And even her book, the so-called adult novel, is actually written on the same level. It's written on a teen novel. So the vampires in Vampire Diaries are more predatory, a lot deadlier. These people, they'll kill you. They'll suck your blood. They're not so much into, drinking the blood of animals and trying to fit into human society the way they were in Twilight. And what I really liked also about Vampire Diaries is that anybody can catch it in there. Okay, you're used to reading a storyline where the main character is safe, or at least safe until the end. That's not true with Vampire Diaries. The main character, the star of the Vampire Diaries, is the story itself. So any of the characters in there, can catch it, and so that keep you wondering about what's going on. So that's it. Vampire Diaries versus the Twilight Saga. My name is Kevin Thomas. I'm the author of Stoneheart the Bronx. I'm out. Bye.